Many of you have foam rollers at home, and this is a great exercise to do to warm up your mid back. We tend to round forward, whether it be if we're in a desk job, if we're new moms nursing babies or bottle feeding, we're rounded over. If we use phones, we're bent over phones. So this is a great way to mobilize the mid back that we tend to round at. So we're going to use a foam roller. I often recommend finding the softest one you can find. It's the most forgiving. And you're going to bring it right underneath the shoulder blades. You're going to lie back. Hips are on the ground. Feet are flat. You're going to support your head with your hands. So you're going to interlace the hands, supporting the head. Wiggle your feet out a little bit. You're going to pick your hips up so they're hovering just off the ground. And then you're going to take your hips towards your heels, allowing the roller to come up the spine to the base of the neck. Then you're going to push your hips away from your heels, letting the roller come down the back towards about the end of the rib cage or bra line. And you're just going to repeat, rolling the roller up to the nape of the neck and then down towards the end of the rib cage. Now, if that is not working for your mobility level, split it in half. So you can start at the bottom of the shoulder blades, lift the hips up, roll down to the nape of the neck, back to the shoulder blades, and rest the hips down. Lift the hips, roll to the nape of the neck, shoulder blades, and down, and the same thing for the rest of the spine. So we're pushing away to the bottom of the rib cage and to the shoulder blades. Rest the hips down and shift and back down. Once I get to this mid back region, I like to do a few side to side. So I'm keeping my fingers interlaced behind the head, elbows wide, and then I'm taking that left elbow up straight above me and taking the right elbow down towards my hip. And then I'm going to switch sides, left elbow down towards my hip, right elbow up high, and switch. So you're stretching the sides of the rib cage because we don't get a lot of movement side to side throughout the day. And then keeping the rib cage down, we want to keep the ribs down, and then we're going to extend over the roller. So letting the head fall back into our hands. So you can see how my ribs are tethered down here. If I let my rib cage pop open, I take more of the extension into my low back, and I can get much further of a stretch. But that's because you're using that extension in your low back. If I take the low back out of it, flatten my low back, tether my ribs down, then I feel it more in that mid back. And you can also play around with drawing the elbows towards each other. That takes the shoulder blades a little wider so that when the roller is rolling up and down, it's getting more between the shoulder blades as well. You can take the roller all the way into your low back if that works for you. And relax the hips down. This is a great warm up before you do things like windmills or snow angels because it gets that blood flow to that area, loosens things up a bit, and makes those stretches a little more effective.